I'm Darsee Vanderloo, and my husband is Matt. We have 3 sons, Carter, Jackson, and Pierce. You won't see much of Carter because he's in college now. He just started his freshman year, and then Jackson's a junior, and Pierce is an 8th grader. We joined CPC almost exactly a year ago, was our official becoming members. We were looking for a new church home for a little while, and CPC ended up being the first church we looked at, and then we actually didn't even visit any other churches in person. When you pull up to a church and you see a Black Lives Matter sign in the front lawn, we felt this was a great place to start. My husband, Matt, when we first came, had just had some surgery on his foot. People were kind and were asking how he was doing, and really to some extent kind of what you would expect no matter what church you were visiting. But when we came back the next time, members that came up to chat with us didn't just ask about him, they specifically remembered, hey, we know he had a doctor's appointment last week to check on the progress. How did it go? You said he's going to be on to crutches soon. How's that coming? We really just felt like the people here cared that it wasn't just someone visiting, but that it was the Vanderloos visiting. In addition to that, we knew we wanted a church with a really active and supportive and fun youth program. And of course, you can't get better than Carter Baldwin for youth group. And my mom will say every once in a while, I just can't believe that your youth group has high schoolers that are itching to go and attend and take their friends. That was a really important part for us too, not just a place where Matt and I felt like people wanted to build connections with us, but also that the boys were going to want to be coming. Matt and I have always believed that if you're going to be a part of a community, that you don't just, I'll use the phrase, take up space in that community, that you give in whatever degree or whatever level you're able to, whether that is financial or it's your time or your talents. But my great grandma used to say, you can't be a part of a community without paying rent. And so that's important to us, and it's important that we show our boys that whatever commitment you take on, whatever community you want to be a part of, you need to give of your time or your talents to do that, to really be a part of it. When I think about the future and how we keep moving forward, I look at the youth to know that they're coming to a church and a youth group that takes on such big issues head on and talks to them in all the different ways that you can approach this, and to see how passionate kids are today about these big issues. The kids are the ones who you never hear complaining about wearing masks or social distancing. And, youth group was the first back in person because they're all willing to do the things they need to do to care for each other and to keep people and their communities safe. And they're willing to have the big conversations about injustice in the world and how they want to make a difference. And one of the great things about CPC and the future of our youth and how I think they're going to be such big change makers is knowing that they have a leader here that is going to help lead them through that in the way that we want them to be, in the way that we respect others and move forward. We as a family always like to be involved in whatever community we are a part of. And so for church, that's going to mean building some of those personal connections through committee involvement, through the choir, and just coming in person and getting to see people face to face again.